We talk like it's time for Bet On It, though, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook, the best place in Nebraska to place your sports bets. Download the Warhorse app, build your bets in the app, then go place them on location at either casino in Lincoln or in Omaha. They just renovated both of them. They look great. Make sure you use Warhorse. There are, I think, some really interesting games this weekend, Rico.
Ooh, okay.
I think. So I pulled these lines last night.
So they should be.
I mean, this was at like 10:30, so
Okay.
they should be reasonably accurate still.
They better be.
First one up. I want to start in the Big Ten. This is not, I like to stick with mostly ranked games, but I thought this one was intriguing.
Okay.
We've got Washington as a 5.5-point dog at Michigan. I think Washington is pretty good.
Okay.
As much as I hate to give DB credit for calling that one before the season.
Shout out to Damon Williams Jr.
Damon Williams is very good. I want Michigan to win because that makes Nebraska look better. We've been rooting for Michigan and Cincinnati a lot this year.
I've said things like that, and people are like, why do you root for the other two? Because it makes the win or the loss look better.
Yes, 100%. I want Cincinnati to win out.
Like, if Cincinnati wins the Big 12, then you look back at the first game of the season and be like, hey, I mean, Nebraska beat the Big 12 champions.
Like, here, remember, let me put this in terms that Nebraska fans in recent history can appreciate. Remember how bad it felt when Nebraska was Northwestern's only win that year? The opposite of that is being the only team to beat Cincinnati this year. That would be awesome.
That would be nice.
Right? So, like, imagine how bad you felt about that year, 2022. And then just flip it, and that's how good you'll feel if Cincinnati goes undefeated.
Imagine Cincinnati makes the playoff, and then you're just like, we beat the playoff.
Hey, but what happened to that? What happened to that L, huh?
Nebraska beat the playoff.
What happened to that L, Cincy?
And then somebody would be like, well, if it wasn't for one bad throw.
Where'd you get that L, Cincy?
Down in Arrowhead.
He made it at night. They made that L at night.
Didn't make it during the day, I tell you.
They did not. Malcolm Hartzog made that thing at night.
Yeah, he did.
So I want Michigan to win. I want Cincinnati to win, but I feel like I'm leaning Washington here.
I am going to agree with you.
Yeah.
Because the Huskies have looked really good, and Michigan, since
the USC game kind of made me mad with Michigan. I'm going to be honest with you.
Since their head coach has come back, since Biff has not been leading the charge.
Weirdly enough.
They have not looked good.
The elephant in the room is Biff a better head coach for this team than
I
Sharon
think Biff
Moore?
needs to take the role. I think Sharon needs to take a step back, and Biff needs to take the role. The way that Bryce Underwood is playing
100%.
with Sharon Moore
versus
as
Biff.
the head coach,
it's wild.
It's not great.
It's wild.
It does not look the same. He does not look comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah.
Biff had him out there slinging the rock and running all over, and he looked like the 5-star that everybody said he was
looked
supposed
better.
to look like. So
he looked better.
If Sharon Moore, I mean, he's obviously still there, but if Sharon Moore is still there, making the calls, I'm taking Washington. Even though it's on the road, you got to travel halfway across the country and play in the big house.
Yeah.
I'm taking Washington.
Like last week was a game prime set up for Michigan to play Michigan football and beat USC because Illinois did that exact same thing, and Michigan's more talented than Illinois, and they blew it.
And Sharon Moore was like, what would be really cool? If we had our quarterback throw the ball.
Let's lose. I've got Washington here. LSU, this is the weirdest feeling one to me. LSU is a 2.5-point dog at Vandy. LSU being an underdog to Vanderbilt feels so unnatural to me.
Vanderbilt hasn't beaten LSU the last 10 times they've faced them, and I think I saw on the screen it was sometime in the mid to late 90s was the last time Vanderbilt beat LSU.
Sure, I'm surprised it's not longer, honestly.
Well, they've only played 10 times since then, which is very weird.
I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised Vanderbilt's ever beaten LSU, like just ever in history.
Vanderbilt never was good, I don't think. I don't know if they were ever good before.
They had a spicy Jay Cutler run. That's about it.
Jay Cutler does that for you.
Jay Cutler?
Jay Cutler. Why are you saying it like that? I love my boy Diego Pavia, but I also really like LSU. I got family that lives in Louisiana. This is a weird one. This is really weird because you're going to Vanderbilt, but as Nick Saban said, Vanderbilt's not a tough place to play. I think I'm going to take LSU in this one. I think LSU upsets. Since they're not favored.
Not favored, but they are higher ranked, and it's LSU
I think
versus
LSU
Vandy.
upsets Vanderbilt?
I've got Vanderbilt. I think LSU is fraudulent. I think Brian Kelly is fired this year.
I want that to happen.
I've got Vanderbilt. That's my call. Ole Miss, 7.5-point dog at Georgia. I don't know what to do with this one. I think both of these teams have not looked very good. I'm surprised the line is this big. So I'm going to pull a DB here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's big for a reason, that Vegas is trying to tell me something, and I'm taking Georgia.
I think Trinidad Chamblis has looked fantastic.
Trinidad
Chamblis. But I don't think that this magical run can continue for Ole Miss and Trinidad. And they're going to go into Sanford Stadium in Athens.
You're getting some like Linsanity vibes here, where like
it's over.
You're about to turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah, it's over.
You think so?
Yeah, he's had his game winners. He's had his his points over Kobe. It's over now.
All right.
I'm sorry, Trinidad.
I don't think it's over for Trinidad. I do think Georgia's going to win this one and cover the spread. Tennessee 7.5-point dogs at Alabama. Alabama.
Give me the Vols.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going same thing. I think big for a reason. I'm going Bama.
I just think that Bama, after that opening loss to Florida State, has turned it on, and they've been really good. But I mean, they lost to Florida State for a reason. Like they're not the old Alabama. They're gonna lose one more time, and I think it's this Tennessee one.
I don't know, man. That Ty Simpson can spin it.
He really can.
I like Ty Simpson.
Really can.
USC 9.5-point dog to Notre Dame.
Now this is a
weird one.
This is a weird one. This is a rivalry. This is they're playing for a trophy. I don't remember.
Are they? Do they have a trophy?
I do believe they do. I don't know.
Trophy. Bring up the trophy.
No, okay.
Well, give your trophy. I'll do it.
They play for a trophy.
They play for a trophy.
They play for that trophy.
Trophy game.
That is a trophy that they.
This is the Cool Whip trophy.
Is it a shillelagh or is that them in Illinois? Notre Dame in Illinois.
I have no idea.
I don't know, but USC has been impressive. They took down Michigan, even though Michigan didn't play Michigan football in California. Now they go out to Notre Dame and play a team that may be distracted by some Marcus Freeman potentially to Penn State news. There might be some distraction. Maybe. There might be some distractions there for Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish. I know the number's kind of big. USC's look really good. Jane Mayava looks really good.
It is the shillelagh. It's the jeweled shillelagh.
There you go. See, I know things. Trojans. Trojan man.
I'm going
Jaden Mayava.
I'm going USC here also. I don't think Notre Dame's distracted because I don't think there's any way Marcus Freeman goes to Penn State. That would be wild to me.
There's a way.
If
there's a will, there's a way.
I don't know, maybe. But I think USC wins here. I was really impressed with their win over Michigan. I thought they were I thought that said a lot about them, especially after the way they lost to Illinois. I like USC here, and that number feels way too big. Utah, 3.5-point favorite against BYU. The Holy War.
I do love me some Utah. I don't know if you know this about me. When they were doing all the conference alignment, I thought Utah would be a perfect fit in the Big Ten.
They feel like a Big Ten team.
I love Utah.
The way Kyle Whittingham gets those lines going, they feel like a Big Ten team.
Love me some Utah. BYU is dealing with a quarterback who wears number like 45,
47, I believe.
Whatever. I hate it.
Yeah,
I cannot stand it.
Yeah,
that's why I'm picking Utah. That's the only reason I'm picking Utah. I cannot stand their quarterback's number. BYU has to lose.
See, I like both of these teams because I'm a big Kalani Sitake guy as well over at BYU. Mm-hmm. But I do think Utah is really good. That Texas Tech result notwithstanding, I'm taking Utah and the 3.5 points. Here's one of my favorite things.
Texas Tech seems to just be doing that to everyone.
Yeah, so. I know. I'm just kind of tossing. It's kind of my Indiana it's my Indiana of the Big 12. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna toss that one out because it doesn't mean anything.
Like you lost to that team, but like everybody's losing.
Yeah, everybody's just getting their head beat in. So we're just gonna throw that one away and see what happens.
I want to see Texas Tech and Indiana play.
Let's do it. Let's playoffs.
How many points? God, they both play pretty good defense too, but how many points? Is it going to be like that 25 overtime game?
54.5 would be my
73-72.
That's probably high. This is one of my favorite things here. We've got a home unranked favorite against a ranked team. Duke is a 1.5-point favorite against Georgia Tech. This is my flashing red light. Utah was in this spot last week, and they got it done against Arizona State. Mm-hmm. I'm taking Duke minus the 1.5 as the home unranked favorite against a ranked team in Georgia Tech. Vegas is telling you something here. Take the Dukies.
You know what Vegas is telling you? That there's some distractions at Duke because their head coach might go to Penn State.
Manny Diaz,
former defensive coordinator at Penn State. He knows Happy Valley a little bit.
How did he do the last time he had a really big job?
Irrelevant.
Okay.
Haynes King.
His Miami stand
is running. Really well? We're not talking about Miami.
Oh, my bad.
Haynes King is running all over everyone. Okay. And I do not think it stops when he goes to Durham, North Carolina.
Darian Mensah is killing people too.
He is.
I'm just saying.
He ain't Haynes King.
No, I think he's better than Haynes King.
He ain't Haynes King.
He's not.
Give
not
me
Haynes King.
Georgia Tech I'm going to say they win big. You know what? I'm going to lock that one in. That's a lock.
All right, that's
Georgia
fine.
Tech's beating Duke.
I don't think locks mean
It doesn't, but
we
I'm
don't
locking
really
that
do
one.
a lock thing
I'm locking
here.
that one.
That's fine.
I'm letting you know that.
That's fine. You're fine to lose. I wouldn't put money on that one. That one should
I don't put money on any of
that one
That's
should
fine.
be hypothetical because
That's a lot of Monopoly money. I'm dropping that.
I'm trying to keep you from getting in trouble with the wife there.
The Yellow Jackets.
Nebraska, a 7.5-point favorite against Minnesota. This one has bounced a little bit all over the place. Nebraska opened 4.5, 5.5. Certain books you could get all the way up to 9.5 at one point. I think it was pretty commonly at 8.5, and we have settled in, it appears, at 7.5. I'm refreshing right now just to make sure.
Settled.
I do still have it at 7.5 with just a tiny, tiny bit of juice. So Nebraska, 7.5-point favorite at Minnesota tonight. Rico, what do you got?
Look, man, Nebraska has been crushing it lately. The scores may not be reflecting of that, but Nebraska, especially against Maryland, was kind of in control for the most part the entire game outside of those 3 interceptions from Dylan Raiola. If not for those 3 interceptions, that's a double-digit win pretty handily for Nebraska.
Yeah, Dylan, don't do that this week, please.
Minnesota has been struggling to tackle. Nebraska's leading the conference in yards after catch. Isaiah Hunter is amazing once the ball touches his hands. I'm going to say he gets another one of those screen passes that takes a yard. Nebraska's going to win big in this one.
I agree. I think this is a multi-touchdown win. I think this is like a 17-ish point game. Maybe 21. I think I predicted earlier this week 34-13. Mm-hmm. I think somewhere in that range makes a lot of sense, and that would put me pretty close to my over-under 47.5, which is just a slide under. I think somewhere in that 34-13 range is the win here for Nebraska. Minnesota has a really hard time stopping the run. EJ is on his revenge tour with the Gophers.
Just play football.
Like, I think Emmett Johnson goes north of 150.
Ooh.
I think Nebraska wins 34.
Does he actually get a touchdown this time, though?
Oh, yeah, 2 tutties.
Okay.
I got 2 touchdowns for Emmett, north of 150. They win 34-13. They are putting to bed the demons of the all-white uniforms. They're putting to bed the demons of losing to Minnesota, of losing at Minnesota, of Hoodie Gate and COVID Gate, and all the things that have haunted the sloganeering gate and everything else, the culture versus talent gate, all of it. They're putting it to bed. They're putting belt to ass, and they are going to beat Minnesota handily tonight. Give me Nebraska. If I could find an alternate line that was even higher and gave me some plus money, I'd do that.
To the moon.
To the moon. Nebraska takes care of business.
This sounds like a program-changing win tonight.
That's what I was about to say. I think this is going to be a show-out game for Nebraska. This is a game where the players are like, look, people keep linking our coach to this other job. We're going to show him why he's not leaving here because of what we're about to do up in Minnesota to these Golden Gophers. They're going to show out for all the recruits. They're going to show out for the nation and be like, this is why Rhule is staying, because we can do things like this.
We've got, I think, a big win for Nebraska this week. If we're locking stuff in, let's lock that one in. Lock of the century. Lock it in like you do your seatbelt. Make it click. That is Bet On It, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook, the best place in Nebraska to place your sports bets. Download the app, build your bets, and make your bets in person at the casinos, either in Lincoln or Omaha. It's Bet On It, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook.